Good morning, sunshiny people. It is 7:06. I'm running a little late, but it is Monday morning and I am not ready for this week. I have a program manual exam this morning. Luckily, it is open book. Still stressful because it takes a long time, to get through each chapter to find the answers to the questions. We had a program manual exam last semester, so I already went through my whole program manual and put sticky notes everywhere so I could find where everything was. So luckily I didn't have to do a lot of prep for it today, for this test. So I have a program manual exam, and then we have a case study so I have a program manual exam from 8 to 9, and then we have a case study lab from 9 to 12. And I'm hoping there'll be a little bit of time left after the case study lab so that me and my partner can work on our rough draft for our verbal presentation for our poster presentation. So if anyone's curious as to what foundation I use Estee Lauder Double Wear. I'm not excited for this week at all. This is 1 out of 2 weeks that I gotta get through before summer semester is over, and I honestly cannot wait. I'm ready for this break. We only get a 2.5 week break, but I am ready for it, you guys. I am so ready. This semester has been insane. It's been so hard and stressful. I didn't even really talk about in my last video what exactly all the assignments we had. I talked about my schedule, but then on top of my schedule I had a bunch of assignments and papers due and things like that. We have online quizzes that we have to complete after every pharmacology exam, which I'm sure I'll sum that up more whenever I do my last 2 weeks and finals, for whenever I do that video. Really all that I do every day. I just do foundation, mascara, and eyeliner, and concealer under my eyes. That's really all that I do every day. Now I'm gonna go straighten my hair. All right, done with the hair. Let's go make some bone broth and grab my lunch stuff and get our lives together. Hey guys, so I'm on my way to school. So I know you guys saw me putting half chicken broth and half water. That's because I hate the taste of bone broth. And so I do half chicken broth, half water, and then I put my powdered bone broth and powdered collagen. That bone broth though is really expensive, so that's why I only do a half of a scoop of that and then 1 scoop of collagen so that I get my bone broth in and my collagen and all that, which obviously bone broth has collagen, but that's just how I do it because I just cannot handle the taste of just straight bone broth. So it mainly tastes like chicken broth, but I do that every single morning. I've been able to tell a huge difference in my hair. I usually eat my breakfast in the car. I have my lunch box and I have my lunch in there, but I usually eat my breakfast in the car because personally I am not a morning person, so I don't want to wake up any earlier than I have to. So I will pack my lunch. I will pack my breakfast in my car, and then I drink my bone broth in the car, and then I eat that afterwards. So actually, I wake up, I take a probiotic, I drink a bunch of water, then I get ready, then I make my bone broth and I grab my lunch, I drink my bone broth in the car, and then once I'm like 5 to 10 minutes away from school, that's when I eat my breakfast, because I'm hypoglycemic and I want to eat as close to when I'm getting there as possible so that I don't have to get a snack sooner than I have to, because I really have to pay attention to the times that I eat. Usually in the mornings whenever I wake up, I listen to Christian music. I have a Christian playlist on my phone, or I tell Alexa to play Christian music, but she usually only plays this one station, so I get sick of like the same songs. So I listen to a Christian playlist while I get ready. It gets me in a good mood and the right headspace. And then usually while I'm driving, I listen to a podcast or I listen to an audiobook. My favorite podcast is a Christian podcast called The Glorious and the Mundane by Christine Nockels. It's just amazing. It's just really like, you hear, you know, parts of the Bible, but I don't know, it's wholesome, and I just love it so much. But I finished all of them, and I love hers too much to like really, I've tried finding other things, but I didn't love it like I loved hers. So I decided to start listening to audiobooks. So I got the Audible trial to see if I liked it, because it is like $14.99 a month. But to me, it's worth it because it gets me in the right headspace whenever I'm driving to school, and that's really important for me because it's easy for me to get in a bad headspace because school just stresses me out and I deal with anxiety and all that, so I kind of like dread it, especially at the beginning of the week. So I started listening to Audible. I listened to a couple of Christian books. Right now I'm listening to a book about anxiety and God and stuff like that, so it really helps me. I'm really sorry about this glare if it is like looking horrible. I have about, I would say, 15 minutes left in my drive. I'm gonna get there a little later than I wanted to. Whenever we have a test in the morning, we're supposed to get there 15 minutes before the test starts. I'm probably only gonna get there like 7 or 8 minutes before the test starts, but they've gotten a little more lax with that as time has gone on, so it should be fine. So I'm going to eat my food, drink my bone broth, and listen to my podcast, and I will check in with you guys later. Just got done with my test. I don't know what my grade is right now, but it was open book. I'm sure I got an A. At least I hope so. If I didn't get an A on an open book test, that's a problem. So we got like 25 minutes until class starts. So I'm going to run down the hall and grab some water, go to the bathroom, and probably just chill. Honestly, I'm not going to do anything for school. Sometimes I do, but today I'm not feeling school. So. Hey guys, so I'm on lunch now. I always eat my lunch in my car because I'm antisocial. I always eat lunch in my car because I just need that like mental break for a second, you know? It is too hot to be in this car without air conditioning. I always eat lunch in my car, not because I'm antisocial or anything, mainly because I just need that like second to like regroup, rejuvenate. I do meditate, drink some water, like, you know, eat my lunch, obviously, just like get my life together. Like, I just need that mental break. If I sat there and ate lunch with everybody, we do have a lounge that we can sit and like eat in. A lot of people do that. A couple people go off on their own. I personally just need that mental break. If I was to be with them, I wouldn't feel like I had a mental break, and then it's really hard for me to not feel anxious and like, I don't know, I just need those breaks, you know? So I can't film inside school, obviously, but what we did is we had our test. You guys saw that I finished my test like 30 minutes before everybody else. I don't know why. I'm just a fast test taker. And then we had the case study lab. We did that, where we did 2 different case studies where we see like, you know, their person's probing depths, the x-rays, their dental hygiene history, their medication history, everything like that. And we answer 25 questions on each of the patients. So it's pretty simple. We got done after like an hour, and then we were actually scheduled to be there until 12. So we went ahead and set up the clinic. So we placed all the barriers. I got all my charts together. I'm seeing 4 patients tomorrow. Tomorrow I am doing a sealant exam in the morning to see if I can do sealants on this patient. Then I'm finishing a class 3 patient that same morning, and then I have 2 new patients in the afternoon. So tomorrow is going to be intense, so it was good to be able to get in there and just get it all prepped. Right now it is 11:45. Normally we don't go to lunch until 12, but because we got done early, we got to leave, you know, lunch early, go for lunch early. So I'm going to sit here and watch Hulu and right now I'm watching One Tree Hill and eat my lunch. What I have this afternoon is pharmacology lecture. Luckily I don't have a quiz today because the last class we had was our test, so there's no information for them to quiz us on, so that's nice. Normally I would be sitting here reviewing for a quiz or something. Since we don't have a quiz, I can just chill and watch One Tree Hill and eat my lunch and, you know, call it a day. Luckily, I do get out at 3 o'clock instead of 5 today, so that will be nice. It's the only day I get to leave early this whole week. Hey guys, I just got out of class. So we just had lecture in pharmacology for the last 2 hours. It was on like 3 chapters. I don't even really know what we were talking about. I mean, let's just be honest. We talked about like seizures and their medications, antipsychotics, antidepressants, medications, and the oral implications of all of that. That was session 8 of 10 sessions that is, you know, that we have. So we have another lecture on Wednesday and then Monday. So a week from today, we'll be done with all of the information for pharmacology, which is so crazy. Rare occasion that I, you know, get out at 3 o'clock. So it's pretty amazing. I do have a lot of stuff to do though. I'm like the helper personality in my class, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm very technologically savvy, so I like to, I mean, I help people a lot in my class. That's just like the type of personality that I am. I'm a gift giver. I like to make people feel special and I like to help people. So I have a couple of things that I need to do for a couple of my friends today to help them with their project. And then also I need to take a quiz because we have a quiz after every pharmacology lecture that is due before the next lecture. So my next lecture is 1 o'clock on Wednesday, so I have to have this quiz done by tomorrow. I mean, by that time, by 1 o'clock on Wednesday. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it tonight. That way I don't have to worry about it tomorrow after I've had like a super long clinic day. So those are the 2 main things: help my friend with their project and do that pharmacology quiz. I would also like to make my Quizlets. So today it was on 3 chapters, 3 PowerPoints. So I would like to get that done. That way I'm not having to do 8 chapters this weekend. That's would not be fun. I gotta cook dinner tonight. I don't have anything left over. Usually what I do is I cook a pack of chicken tenders and 6 come in it. So I'll have 3 tenders that I cook, and this is not fried or anything. So I'll have 3 tenders that I cook in the air fryer, and then I'll have like broccoli and some kind of carb with it, and then I'll eat the other 3 tomorrow night, which works out well because I do not want to cook after I've had clinic all day. So I was just talking to my friend and I was talking to her about bipolar because we were just like learning about bipolar in class, and she was like, "Why are you learning about bipolar?" And it's just so funny because so many people just assume that we literally only learn about teeth and that's it. But like, we have to know all of the conditions, you know, physically, mentally, whatever, all of the medications, the effects that those medications have, the way your patient's going to act in the chair, like all these different things, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people just assume we just need to know about the teeth, like, and that's it. But it's not at all. We have to know, you know, what the conditions are, how that patient's going to act. Is there any, you know, special treatment modifications that we need to do if they, you know, are depressed or whatever? Like, do we need to be more caring? Do we need to explain things more? Like, what do we need to do, you know? And then at the same time, what medications are they taking? How long have they had this problem? Is the medications like causing oral implications like dry mouth, or you know, if they're taking seizure medications, then is it causing gingival enlargement? Are they going to have a seizure in your chair? Are they going to have an insulin shock or a diabetic coma in your chair? Like, there are so many things that people don't even realize that we have to learn about. They're just like, why are you learning about that? You know, and it's just funny because it's like, if you only knew the amount of stuff that we were learning about that you would not think we would have to know. You know, so anyway, just a little tidbit of what I was thinking. Anyway, I'm about 15 minutes from home, 18 minutes from home, something like that. I get home. First thing I do whenever I get home is fill up my water, put my stuff from lunch away. So I grabbed my favorite snack, which is, you guys are gonna think this is gross, but it's pork cracklings, maple bacon seasoning. Obsessed. Good protein. I don't count macros, but for those of you who care about them, it only has 1 carb, 1 sugar, 6 grams of protein, and 6 grams of fat. I don't really care about that. I just eat whatever's on my diet. I changed into like a comfy pajama, you know, and now I'm about to watch some TV. I don't know what I'm gonna watch yet, but I'm gonna watch something, and I'm not gonna think about school for the next at least 30 minutes. So wish me luck, because it's only a matter of time that one of my friends message me, ask me for help, or make me think about school. So we'll see how long this lasts. I also realized on my way here that I have to call a patient and get her medical history over the phone as well. So this isn't going to last very long, but I need a good 30 minutes of decompression time. So this is my life right now, sitting at my desk. I just called a pink sheet patient, which are the patients who call in and want an appointment. She wants me to call her back in a couple of hours to do her medical history. I'm printing out medical histories right now so that I can fill those out for her. I'm sitting in front of my computer about to do a quiz, and yeah, I definitely didn't even have a full 30-minute break. So, you know, this is a life, but this is what I wanted to show you guys, you know, the reality that even though you're at school all day, you still have to come home and do a million things, and still gotta cook dinner in like an hour. So I'm gonna get as much done as I can right now, and then cook dinner and try to just take like a half of a mental break, call my patient back in a couple of hours, and start getting ready for tomorrow, you know, laying out scrubs, getting ready for bed and everything like that, because I do go to bed around 9:15, 9:30, so I gotta be up around 6, and I like to aim for 9 hours so that I get 8. So I just took my quiz and I got 100. Killing it. Now I gotta go make dinner. So I made dinner, I ate it. I didn't show you guys that, but I made chicken and broccoli, my favorite chicken I've been making lately. It's like honey chicken nippers or something, I don't know, it's so good. And it's AIP. But now I am going to clean up a little bit, do the dishes, get my life together, and then take a bath. And then we'll lay out everything for school, and then we will restart everything tomorrow. Hey guys, my makeup is off. I have taken a bath and I just made my lunch. Here's what it looks like. Tuna, broccoli. I know the lighting's bad, but you know what? We're just gonna do it. So, tuna and broccoli. I have to cook some other broccoli right now, and then this is my breakfast. 3 sausages. I usually only eat 2, but I always put 3 just in case I'm hungry. And then I'm cooking some broccoli on the stove right now, and I will be putting that in there and then going to bed. I just got my grade back for my test that I had this morning, and I got a 94, which is an A. A 94 is an A, a 93 is a B, but so I got a 94, which is an A, and I'm totally fine with that. Yay. So now, after I finish putting my lunch together, I'm going to bed, and I'm waking up bright and early for 4 patients tomorrow. Morning. I'm late again. Y'all, I'm never this late. Okay, so I say I'm late, but I never actually get there late. I just say I'm a little later than I wanted to be. I gotta be there. I gotta be in the clinic at 7:30. So I have to like come in, put my stuff in the lounge, like my lunchbox in the lounge, and then I have to change my shoes, which I recently got these slides. Let me show you without dying. Hold on. I got these Adidas slides. I don't really like love them, but for the longest time, like this whole time until a couple days ago, I would wear my tennis shoes to school. Then, because we're not allowed to take our clinic shoes out of school, so I would wear my tennis shoes to school, so I would put them on, but then I don't drive with shoes, so I put them on and then get in the car and then take them off and put them in the seat over here. And then I drive all the way to school, which, mind you, I have these compression socks up to my knees that I wear. Otherwise, I would wear flip-flops if I wasn't wearing, you know, socks to go change my shoes. That's why I got these slides, because it just made it 100 times easier to just slide them on my feet, you know, slide them off whenever I get to school. Anyway, so today I'm seeing 4 patients. I just have a sealant exam at 8 a.m. and then her mom is getting her teeth cleaned today. So it'll be lucky for me because I'll get extra time with her mom because her sealant exam won't take that long. So we have appointments at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. But since that sealant exam at 8 a.m. won't take very long, it'll probably take not even 10 minutes. Hopefully my room will be turned around by 8:30 and then I can go ahead and see her mom at 8:30 instead of 10. And then I don't get a hit or time management taken off because and I still get that extra time. And then in the afternoon, and hopefully I'll get her done early. The lady that I'm seeing, that I'm cleaning, only has 9 teeth, which she does have like the most tenacious calculus I've ever seen, but how much calculus have I seen, so what do I really know? And then in the afternoon at 1 o'clock, I have a new patient. She's a geriatric. She is a patient of record in our clinic. She's been there before. She has a class 3 calculus and a PCT class 4. And then a new patient at 3, she's been told that she needs a deep cleaning, so it's basically just a workup where we'll go ahead and do her x-rays, all of the assessment stuff, calculus detection. So I still got about 20 minutes in my drive. This says I'm gonna get there right at 7:30, but hopefully we'll cut some time off of that, you know, and hopefully I won't be late, which I'm sure I won't be. I'm never late, honestly. Oh, I just jinxed myself. All right, bye guys. Hey guys, this is going to be a very quick update. I'm on my lunch. I only get about 30 minutes whenever we have clinic. I did a sealant exam this morning. That took like literally not even 10 minutes. And then I did my geriatric patient. I completed them, so that's good. I finished my last requirement for the whole semester, so I'm good to go on requirements. I passed everything. I did do a denture skill eval, and I failed it. You have to make a 90 in the fall, and because my patient had a denture and it's hard to find denture patients, I went ahead and did a skill eval for the fall. I was not prepared for it whatsoever at all, and I didn't fail very much, and I honestly don't agree with failing it. I don't think that I should have failed it. So I cried about it. I was pretty upset because that's the only denture patient that I know, and I'm gonna have to have one in the fall, and that would have counted for my fall requirements. But because I failed, now I'm gonna have to find another denture patient. I'm really tired already. I'm kind of emotional. My anxiety's high, and it's just, I mean, I got done at like 10 o'clock today. I have the sealant exam at 8:15, and then I was done with my patient by like 9:45 or 10. So I didn't really do anything from 10 to 12. I just got ready for my patients this afternoon. I studied a little bit. I checked off my requirements. I helped people break down and set up rooms. I helped them set up for, you know, clinic this afternoon, and I made sure my room was good to go. Because like I said, I do have 2 new patients this afternoon. I'm gonna eat, watch One Tree Hill, try to get out of this bad state of mind, because her failing me just like put me in a horrible mood. I'm sure she knew that I was like kind of tearing up. I was just like frustrated. Hopefully this afternoon will be better. I have been slacking on like my meditating, and I can honestly tell a difference in my anxiety whenever I meditate every single day. So I'm gonna make sure to do that today. Hello, beautiful people. So today did not go as planned. This was very stressful. Oh gosh. All right, let's just start from the beginning. So this morning I had a sealant exam. I know I told you guys that. Then I completed my geriatric patient. I got a 93 on her. I missed a lot of places for calculus. It was just like the most tenacious calculus ever, and I don't know why I was having such an issue. My teacher, you know, obviously took off points for the areas that I missed. Then, you know, obviously I had lunch. Then I come in and my 1 o'clock patient doesn't show up. So that was really like, okay, she was a geriatric. Luckily, I completed all my requirements this morning. So it wasn't like stressed out because I'm not going to finish my requirements. It was like stressed out because I'm going to take a hit. Then my patient at 3 o'clock comes in. Mind you, my anxiety is like super high. I don't know why it's so high. you know, it's a full moon tonight. That could have something to do with it. I don't know what's going on. My patient comes in at 3 o'clock, and she comes in with this little kid. And I'm like, you know, our clinic policy is to not have kids in the operatories because of aerosols and whatever, like contamination. So it's our clinic policy not to have anybody else in the room with us, and even kids cannot have their parents there. And then on top of that, a kid cannot be unaccompanied in the waiting room under 12. Well, this kid was 8. And so our program director comes by, like, as this is all happening, I'm like, she's like, you know, where can my daughter sit? I know, we just had a test on this yesterday, the program manual exam. I know that, you know, children under 12 cannot be in the waiting room by themselves. There cannot be any other people in the operatories while things are happening because of cross-contamination. I know this. My teacher says it, and then she's like, I'm going to use this as a learning opportunity. Caitlin, go, you know, get your program manual and look up what it says. But in that moment, I was like, okay, well, I've already said, you know, under 12. You know, I've already said the policy. So in my head, I'm like, what do you want me to look up in the program manual? So I walk over to my friend and I say, hey, do you have your program manual? Because I didn't have my program manual. And then my teacher thinks that I'm asking her for the answer. And she's like, this is not, you know, phone a friend moment. And I'm just like, I was asking for her program manual so I can look it up. And then I start to walk away and she's like, this is not a phone a friend moment, you know, like across the clinic. And I'm like, I wasn't even trying to cheat. I was just saying, like, I was just asking for a program manual so I could look it up. Like, I'm not that type of person. And that just, like, really upset me because already I'm at the point of my patient didn't show up at 1 o'clock. I failed my denture skill eval this morning. My anxiety's high. You know, now this patient has come in with her kid, and it's like not a confrontation, but like it's like anxiety provoking. It's like, oh, okay, another situation I'm gonna have to deal with. So, and now you think that I am trying to cheat and ask my friend for the answer to, you know, what you're trying. And so I started tearing up. I got so frustrated. I could cry right now just thinking about it because it's just been so hard, and the semester is just so hard. And you know, we're not with our program director a lot. This is the first time the program director has even been in clinic with us this semester. Maybe she was there one other time. And I'm just like, wow, like, I don't want her to have that, like, impression of me that that's the type of person I am. So then I grab the program manual, and all it says is, you know, children under 12 cannot be whatever, and there can't be other people in the operatories. So I'm like, what did you want me to look up? But that's all that she wanted me to look up. So then she calls my clinic coordinator, who wasn't there, and like tries to come up with a solution on what we should do to solve the problem. So we find a solution that my classmate is only taking x-ray retakes. And so that doesn't take very long. She'll be done in like 10 minutes, and she can sit with the kid in the waiting room, and they can like play games on the phone or do whatever they need to do. She's like, you know what? My daughter has really bad anxiety, and I don't know how she would do out there. Let's just reschedule for next week. And I'm just like, okay. So we rescheduled for next week. It was just a hard day. This is just so much, and there's so many things coming at you at one time. And it's just so, I just like, words cannot even describe just like the amount of emotional, physical, all the tolls that it takes on you. Now I have to go home and study for a pharmacology exam. So in the morning I have my ethics conference, which is where they gave us an ethical problem, an ethical issue, and we have to say like what we would do if we were in that situation and ways to resolve situation and stuff like that. We sit down with 2 teachers whenever we go. It's 2 teachers on one, and we talk about the ethical issue. And then in the afternoon we have a 4-hour-long pharmacology lecture. Let me just tell you, I'm going to be brain dead for that. Anyway, I'm going to go try to decompress, enjoy the rest of my drive, and just be happy that this day is over. Hey guys, so I'm in my car for lunch. I did not record this morning because I was just in a really bad place yesterday. Everything just went wrong for me. It was just not a good day, and so I couldn't bring myself to do it. I literally cried all the way home. Like, I really did. It just gets like this towards the end of the semester because you're just like so burned out and working on projects, you know. So yesterday I went home. I got home about like 6:30 or something like that. I made dinner, I ate it, I watched TV, watched The Bachelorette, I took a bath, and I went to sleep. Like, did not do anything for school. So then today, this morning, I was so nervous driving to school because we had our ethics conference where we sit down with 2 teachers and talk about this ethical situation and how we would handle it. So I was so nervous. My friends at school are so nice though, and they know how nervous I get. Like, I get so nervous. So I was originally at the bottom of the list, but they asked the teacher if I could go second. So that was awesome. It went well. They just asked like what I would do in this situation, what the ramifications could be in that situation, and everything like that, and just asked like general questions. It was really easy. It was about 15 minutes of me talking to them, and I mean, I made it through. My teachers know that I get nervous for that. I don't know why I get so nervous for conferences, but like my teachers know that. She was like, honestly, I expect it. I know how nervous you get. It's fine. I'm like, maybe one day I won't be like that anymore, but I just get so nervous. So then after that, we had to wait for everybody else to do their turn. So I worked on my project with my partner for our poster presentation. We had to write our verbal presentation outline of like what we're going to say, how we're going to go through it, what we're going to explain. We got probably 3/4 of it done, and then we just need to delegate who's going to say what. So like we basically wrote down everything that we're going to say. Now we just need to delegate who's going to say what and make our note cards, because today is Wednesday and we need to present this Tuesday afternoon. We're going to wear black scrubs like this whenever we present it. We're allowed to choose what color scrubs we wear. This afternoon we have a pharmacology lecture from 1 o'clock until 5 o'clock. It's going to be a 4-hour long lecture. We're also going to have a quiz, and I have not studied for that at all. So after I eat lunch real fast, I also need to review last class. It was not that complicated, but she could ask very detailed questions, and I could easily fail this quiz. So I'll check in with you guys after class. After this 4-hour long lecture, I'm going to be snoozing through. So lecture was super boring, per usual. I'm just like over it. I'm so over this week. We went over like 6 chapters, so it was a whole lot. Luckily that's done now. I'm not doing anything for school tonight. Like, I am not that person who can be at school all day and study. Like, unless I literally the test the next day, it's not happening at all. So like I said, tonight I'm gonna go home, eat dinner, and take a bath and go to sleep. But tomorrow morning, I have to observe at the pedo office from 8 until 12, and then I go to lunch from 12 to 1, and then I have to be back at school at 12:45. So yeah, tomorrow, that's what's happening. And then this weekend, I gotta do all of my Quizlets and stuff, get my life together. Yeah, that's what's going on today. Nothing much is happening tonight. So I will see you guys in the morning when I'm on my way to pedo. Good morning. Guess who's late again? I know I always say that, but I'm never late. Like, actually late. We are on our way to the pedo office. It's really close to my school. So I'm supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. Normally at this point, I would have been at school already. I got an extra 30 minutes of sleep. Still tired though. I woke up and was like dead. Like, this week has killed me more than any other week. I think it's just because we're coming down to the end. Everything is due. It's exhausting. I have to write a paper on pedo. So I'm observing pedo today. Then I got to go into the clinic. I don't have a patient at 1. Someone's doing a sealant on me, so my patient doesn't come in until 3 o'clock. I brought my laptop. I'm gonna write my paper on my observation at the pedo office this morning after she's done doing my sealant this afternoon, before my patient comes in. That way I can write that and have that turned in. We're supposed to write a 1-page paper on like what we observed. Right now it says I'm gonna get there at 8:05. Which will be fine because they don't open until 8:15, so it'll be fine. Hey guys, I just got out of peds. So peds was interesting. It was weird, okay? I saw, 6 kids, something like that, maybe 7. Wide variety. What was weird to me, okay, first of all, infection control, major problem at that office. Putting on gloves and touching up their computer keyboard or whatever, touching the patient's hair and then putting hands back in the mouth, going in the drawer with the gloves on, going back in the patient's mouth. Not even just that, I saw people cleaning rooms without gloves on. Like, picking up all this dirty stuff. Not only just that without a glove, but then picking up calcicide wipes. Like, just imagine the amount of chemicals that are on those wipes. Nobody wore glasses. The operator or the patient, they didn't wear glasses. They wore the same mask for every single person. It was just like, wow. Some of the kids, cried or didn't want to open their mouth, which that's to be expected. I don't really feel any different about peds than I did whenever I first went in. So this is the last day of the week, you guys. Tomorrow is Friday. Obviously, I'm still going to be doing a bunch of schoolwork tomorrow. And then I only have 3 days of school next week, and then 2 days of finals the next week, and then I am done. Isn't that so exciting? To almost be done with 3 out of 5 semesters. That's just insane to me. What was crazy to me is when they were scheduling like the future patients in 6 months, they were scheduling at the end of January because that's 6 months from now. And I'm just like, wow, 6 months from now, I am going to be in my last semester. And all I gotta do, stand between me and the weekend, is 1 patient. So we got this. Let's hope she shows up though, because your girl cannot afford 2 hits today. Oh, I'm in school. Wow. Awesome. And there's a cop here. Wonderful. All right, bye y'all. I don't know why this is one of the hardest weeks for me. I feel like it kind of happens to everybody in like different times. Like I was talking to my friend and she was like, the week before 4th of July was the hardest week for me, emotionally and everything like that. And yeah, I think it just happens differently for everyone. Toughest week, and I'm literally so glad that it's over. So I let my friend do a sealant on me so she didn't take a hit. So we did that, and then I got ready for my patient at 3. Like I said, she had been told that she needed a deep cleaning before. She had a lot going on, man, a lot. That's going to be interesting to see. She had some 4s and 5s, a lot of bleeding, a lot of calculus buildup, most I've ever seen for sure. Got all of her stuff situated and did everything right before my faculty checks everything before we start cleaning. Then we, cleaned up the clinic. I wrote my paperwork. We cleaned up at the end of the week. Well, we cleaned the traps in the ADEC cart, clean the suction line. We have to clean the sinks. I'm just so happy to sleep in tomorrow. I probably won't even sleep that late. I'll probably sleep till 8 o'clock. If I can even sleep that late. I talked to my partner for my poster presentation. We're going to FaceTime tomorrow afternoon and just get everything situated for who's going to say what. We pretty much have everything down that we're going to say. So now we just need to delegate who's going to say what. But anyway, you guys, that's pretty much it for this week. I mean, other than tomorrow, the amount of schoolwork that I'm going to do. I hope you have enjoyed it. I really want you guys to let me know in the comments down below how you like this. You're actually getting more of a real representation of how it is in hygiene school to see day to day what's happening. Definitely let me know down below if this is something that you like, whatever your thoughts are. I will see you guys on the next video. The next video you will be seeing from me is summarizing the last 2 weeks and finals of summer semester. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one very, very soon. Bye, guys.